Yo, the live will get started here really soon, you guys. Sorry for the hold up. I'm just sharing out the links to all of our social medias. Make sure you guys do the same. I titled this video so you can share it on Facebook and all that. You know, make sure y'all hit that like button and share out this video, and we'll get it started here soon, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. We're almost there, you guys. Again, make sure y'all hit that like button and share out the live. We'll get started here ASAP. What's good, everybody? What's good with y'all, man? What's good with y'all? Sorry for the hold up, man. We just had to share out these lives. Let me go ahead and get this light on, man. What's good with y'all, man? Big shout out to everybody tuned in on this Sunday. You know, if you haven't already, make sure y'all hit that like button and share this live out so we can get a bunch of people in here. You know, if you're new to our lives, we just go over the comments in the comment section. And, you know, they usually turn out to some really dope ones, man. If you got any questions whatsoever, go ahead and drop them. I'm going to go ahead and get to it. We're going to go over the parents. We're going to start off by going over the parents first, you know, kind of show you some things, let you guys know why we put this breeding together. And, you know, and then we'll move on to the puppies. And for anybody that's got any specific questions about the puppies, you can go ahead and drop them in there, and we'll get to them. You know, like I stated in the videos and stuff, man, we don't really like to speak too much on those puppies in the videos. You know, we like you guys to make your own decisions and things like that. But that's why we join that's why we have the live. If you got any specific questions about any of the puppies, we'll get straight to it, man. Big shout out to all y'all for tuning in. Let's see what we're looking like here. We got 13 likes, 43 people in the building, man. Come on, you guys. We'll get this started ASAP. Make sure y'all hit that like button real quick for us, man. We appreciate it. Come on, guys. 14 likes, 43 people. That ain't real good, man. Come on, y'all. At the very least you could do is hit that like button. So let's go ahead and get into it. That way we ain't too deep into these questions, and then you guys will be more in tune with who we got in here. Super Jermaine says, love watching these puppy drops. Appreciate that, big dog. Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tapping in. Junior Baraga 8. Okay, big shout out to you for tuning in. Brian Flattery says, Brian in the house. That's right. That's our Killinois family member, man. And big shout out to the whole Killinois family. Everybody's been putting their dogs that they purchased from us in their profile pictures. And, you know, that is a really, really dope thing. We love seeing that. You know what I mean? If you are not a Killinois family member, or I mean, if you are a Killinois family member and you haven't, make sure you guys drop a picture of your dog as your profile picture on YouTube. That way, when we pull it up, you know, you can show off your dog and all that. Big shout out to the homie Brian Flattery, though, for tuning in, man, and always supporting. Appreciate you, big dog. JH, that's a Killinois member out there in New Jersey, man. Big shout out to JH for tuning in. We got Rob716 in the building. That's another Killinois family member. Big shout out to the whole Killinois family for tuning in, man. Big shout out to Rob out there in Buffalo, New York, man. He's actually picked up 3 dogs from our kennel, and what you guys are seeing in that profile picture is 2 of them. You know, once we get through the puppies and all that, we'll go check out Rob's Instagram, and we can show you some of his dogs that he have got from us. Big shout out to the homie Rob. Michelle Libra Luna says, these puppies are beautiful. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Charles DeLone says, definitely looking to get one this time. That's right, big dog. That's right. We got some amazing ones available off of this drop, man. Make sure y'all stay tuned, man. We're going to get into all that. We're going to get into all that. Show you guys the puppies. You know, if you got any questions about any of them specific, let us know. Stephen Bringham says, Killinois, what up, though? What's up with you, big dog? That's another Killinois family member with the bull right there in the cage. He ended up picking up a boy out of Big Clout and Medusa. Big shout out to you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you, Killinois family. Juan Eno says, what's up, Killinois family? Much love, beautiful pups. Appreciate that, big dog. Appreciate that. We got 50 people in the building. Looks like we're sitting at about, what are we at? 24 likes. If you haven't already, man, make sure y'all hit that like button. The only reason why we keep telling you to hit the like button is because it's going to push this live out. We'll get more people in here. More people will be asking questions, and it'll make it a doper live. So please make sure y'all hit that like button. Damn, it looks like somebody took their like back. Okay. Okay. Russell Estevez says, aloha from Hawaii. That's our Killinois family out there in Hawaii. And as you guys can see, you know, they got their dog in their profile picture right there, man. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to you guys. That matter of fact, that's a Siri daughter that you're looking at right there. That's a Siri daughter. So, you know, those dogs ain't even fully developed yet. And I'm going to show you a couple of those dogs today. You know, like I said, that's a girl right there. Super, super nice girl located out there in Hawaii. And big shout out to you guys for always tapping into the lives. Michael Brown says, let's go. I know that's right. Let's go. Let's go, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. 27 likes in the building. Get the like button, man. Hit the like button. Russell Ezevez says, this is a very nice litter. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. You know, Siri and Brick did their thing, man. Did their thing. And of course, Siri's already laid it down a couple times for us. And this boy Brick has really showed out off his first drop, you know. Big shout out to him. Or, you know, not big shout out to him, but big shout out to the homie Renzo for picking up that boy. Brian says these pups are beasts. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Frank Cl- Frank Clewell says, "What's up, Killinois? Hope to get a puppy this drop." All right, that's what's up, man. Next week, not this Sunday, of course, because today's Sunday, but next Sunday it's going down. Next Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Time is when we'll start answering phones, and those puppies will go on sale. And you know, we got some really nice pups available. King Tevo says, "Nice litter. Memphis checking in, man. Big shout out to you in Memphis, man. We appreciate you." Sarah Klinker says, "Shout out from Georgia." Shout out to you. Thanks for tuning in. We've definitely seen you in these lives a lot. Big shout out to you. Steffing Birmingham says, "A Jordan drop is like a Killinois drop. We need to change that around. Much love." I know that's right, man. I know that's right. We do got it, you know, Jordan drops ain't as special as they once was, but you know, yeah, for sure. We appreciate you. Thanks for letting them know. That's right. That's right. Miss Killinois in the building. That's right. Michael Brown says, "Give me one of them big boys." That's right, man. Hey, we got two super nice males that are going to be available this coming weekend. Not, you know, now, but next Sunday. We got two really, really nice boys available off of that joint. Marco Esparza says, "Dogs are not free, but the like button is. Come on, y'all. Show some support." I know that's right, Marco. I know that's right. I'm catching up to these comments quick, man. So get it in there, man. You know, usually once we start running out of comments and stuff like that, we'll go ahead and shut it down. I mean, of course, we just started. So, but, you know, get those comments in. If anybody's got any questions, let us know. We'll get straight to it. Al says, "Greetings from Kuwait, the Middle East." Okay, big shout out to Kuwait in the building, man. Anytime we go live, man, it's a lot of people from in here internationally in different countries and stuff, man. And big shout out to all you guys. Big shout out to all the international people tapped in, man. You know, on one of our previous lives, we had let everybody know that you know, for our international customers, you know, we're going to go ahead and start doing it, man. So if you're in here internationally and you guys want to get a puppy from Killinois Kennels, we're not going to make you go through everything that everybody else has to go through, you know. And some of you guys might not think that's too much fair, but you got to understand these people are different time zones. They have different monies, that type of stuff. And with us doing this the way we've been doing this for the past, you know, 6 years or so, it's really prevented us from selling dogs all over the world. And, you know, we have been selling dogs all over the world ever since the beginning of our kennel almost. You know what I mean? Before we even hit YouTube, we had sold dogs all over the world. You know what I mean? So for the international people that are tapped in, and as you guys seen off our last drop, we made that statement in one of our lives, and off our last drop, 3 dogs went out of the country. They all went to the Caribbean out in paradise. Super nice. Them dogs are living it up out there, for real, for real. David Bradford says, "I love watching all your videos. You always produce great pups." Appreciate that, man. Thanks for tapping into the channel. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. King Ray says, "Denver, Colorado. What's up?" What's up with you, King Ray? That's what's up, big dog. Thanks for tuning in. Miranda J says, "They look amazing as always." Appreciate that. Appreciate that. JH says, "Brick is a gorilla." I know that's right. This boy's a monster, and we're going to get to that here really soon. Let me catch up with these questions real quick, and, you know, we'll get straight into some more footage of the dogs and all that type of stuff. Again, we got 48 people in the building. Big shout out to you guys for tapping in on your Sunday. We got 33 likes. We've had a total of 220 different people in here tonight. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Hit the like button and share the live. We appreciate y'all. Super Jermaine says every video y'all drop is fire. Appreciate that, bro. We put a lot of work in our videos, man. We might not post as much as, you know, other content creators and stuff like that, but you know, we put a lot of work in these videos, making them nice and dope for y'all, man. And that's why it takes us a little while longer to actually drop. Bill Thomas says, Killinois is second to none, the best. Appreciate that, Bill Thomas. I just talked to Bill Thomas on the phone, man. I'll tell you what, man, people have been calling crazy about Brick, and they've really been calling crazy about these puppies that are coming up, man. And, you know, Bill Thomas has some questions for me. He reached out, you know, big shout out to you for tapping into the live, bro. D. Taylor says, Dion in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Okay, are you saying that like you're a Killinois family member? Because by your screen name and all that stuff, I don't know, man. If you're a Killinois family member, and you might just be tapping in from Fredericksburg, Virginia, but if you're a Killinois family member, let us know in the comments. Super Jermaine, greetings from East Tennessee. And the reason why I say that about the previous comment is because we do have a lot of Killinois family members that are tapped into the lives, but if they don't have a picture of their dog they got from us, or I'm just not familiar with them, I have no idea that, you know, exactly who they are. But either way, it doesn't matter, man. We appreciate all the support from everybody. Dan Phantom says, how you feel about those Brazilian bulls? I mean, some of them are, you know, some of them are cool. I haven't really seen a ton of them, man. But the crazy thing is before they even got that stuff, like right when they started getting that stuff going, I was actually out there in Brazil seeing those dogs in person. And I'll tell you what, they've definitely, you know, I judged 2 different dog shows in Brazil. I judged one in Salvador, and then I also judged another one near, well, it wasn't in Rio de Janeiro, but I was there in Rio. So, yeah, I did see, I've seen them, and you know what I mean? They're cool, man. They just look like an XL bully, you know what I mean? Same thing. That was basically what I said to one of the guys out there. I was like, man, that's, you know, basically just an XL, you know what I mean? But, you know, big shout out to those guys. I seen a real cool one at the Rumble in the Jungle. King Tevo says, I'm trying to catch a pup from one of your litters later this year. Okay, that's right, man. Man, we ain't going nowhere. You know, we stay busy. We got a really big team. That's why we stay as busy as we do. You know, we've been involved with these dogs for coming up on 30 years. So we got a lot of people down with our team and that type of stuff. So we stay pretty busy, and we'll have something available whenever you're ready. Jesse says, what's good, Killinois? Big shout out to the homie Jesse, man. That's another new major supporter of the channel. Big shout out to you, big dog. Annette Jones says, Brick is very impressive. Those puppies are awesome. That's right. That's right. That's Mama Killinois right there with her big girl. You see that dog in that picture? That's going to be her dog, Remy. And, you know, that's one of our females over here. And as you can see, Remy looks like a male. Big shout out to Mama Killinois in the building. Ronnie Roscoe, that's a Killinois family member right there. He says Killinois Global. You know, that's his female he picked up from out of Busy Bone and Medusa, if I'm not mistaken. No. Actually, that might be from Vanilla Gorilla. I'm confused, man. I'm sorry about that. That might be from Vanilla Gorilla or Chi Chi. It's either that or Busy Bone and Medusa. I can't remember. Jesse says, hit that like button and share it. I know that's right, big dog. I know that's right. We got 53 people in the building, 36 likes. You know, that seems like a good amount, but we've had people coming in and out and that type of stuff. We've had almost 300 people enter this live tonight. I can see all the stats right here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We appreciate y'all. Dan Phantom says Brazilian Bulls the next wave. Yeah, I mean, they're nice, man. They're nice. You know what I mean? It's pretty much just an XL, though, man. It's no different than, for the most part, no different than, the XLs. You know what I mean? And, I don't know about the wave or whatnot. I know Killinois Kennels, we got our own wave right now. You know what I mean? So big shout out to the people in Brazil doing their thing, though. Like I said, I judged 2 shows out there and got to go visit a lot of yards. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you guys get to go checking it out. Rob7716 says, this boy farts one more time, I'm gonna go nuts. That's funny. He's got his boy Nico over there ripping it up, man, while we're watching. It's funny, man, because a lot of our Killinois family members, they send me pictures of their dogs watching the videos and watching the lives right along with them. It's pretty dope. Man Jack Bully says Monstera is late, but here supporting. That's right. That's going to be our Killinois family member that picked up a pup. He picked up 2 pups out there in the Caribbean off our last drop. And you can see those 2 dogs in his profile picture right there. He ended up picking up that female and that female on the left. And then that's that chocolate boy out of God of War and Bulla, man. Big shout out to Derek Lee for tapping in. Stephen Birmingham says there was a previous comment about Brick's head compared to Biz's. Brick's head looks to be on another level. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I missed something or something, but neither they both got melons, bro. Both of them. You know what I mean? Both of them. If you're talking about, I'm not sure if you're talking about Biz or Busy Bone or who you're talking about, but they both got monster heads. Believe that, man. Believe that. D Taylor says I'm just tapping in from Virginia. Okay, that's what's up, big dog, man. It's all good either way, man. I'm trying to get a better understanding of some of our Killinois family members that are in here that just ain't letting it be known. You know what I mean? Because most people, I just got their number saved in my phone and I talk with them that way. It might even be somebody I talk to on the regular and I just don't know they're in here because I don't know their name by heart. You know what I mean? Juanino says, very true what Dayton said about helping out people in the international area. Great at answering questions and helping you find out how they could get a pup where you stay. That's right. That's right. I believe Juan Enos has reached out before about getting a dog out there in the Caribbean as well. I can't remember. I can't remember exactly where you guys was, man. But big shout out to you, bro. He's telling you right there. 831 Pup says, I'm from Monterey, California. Your dogs are spectacular. I can't wait to own one. It's going to be a great. You have massive bulls. Appreciate that, bro. Get with us whenever you're ready and we'll get you taken care of, man. Thanks for tuning in. JV says, what's good from Milwaukee, Wisconsin? I will keep calling, bro. Haven't had a chance yet. All right, yeah, man. I mean, the puppies ain't up for sale today, bro. If that's what you're thinking, you know what I mean? The puppies will be up for sale next Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Time. JV says, every time I call, it gets busy as hell. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people calling in, bro. Like I stated in those videos, for anybody that is going to be shooting for a puppy on this Sunday, the best thing you can do is keep calling in. We only have 3 phones, so we can only answer 3 phones at one time. By the time we get off the phone and hang up, boom, another call's coming in. We don't even have a choice to do anything but answer the phone. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta just keep calling in till you get that call, man. It's not gonna be as bad as people think it is. You know what I mean? If you're calling and it's busy, you just ain't gave up. You just gotta keep calling, bro. Keep calling. Jesse says, can't wait for the next drop of Top Dog TV. That's right, man. And I'll tell you what, man, this one's gonna be crazy because we actually get to. Matter of fact, man, let's go ahead and get to something so you guys can see something a little bit more than just me talking here. Hold on one second. bad, y'all. Hold on 1 second. See. But yeah, like Jesse was saying, man, he can't wait for that next Top Dog TV drop, and that's gonna be our next main video that we post on the channel. I'm hoping to actually have this video done by I was hoping to have it done by the next drop, but it doesn't look like it, man. We got over 800 different clips, a lot of work, but I am currently working on it, and I did get a big jump on it. Okay, so that video's coming, man, and it's gonna be dope, because instead of us going in order like we're doing, we get to jump all the way up into the most present, drop this video so you guys can really see how we're getting down over here at Top Dog TV. You know, this video versus the previous video is like night and day. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, we got Phil getting on the mic, as you guys can see right here. We got Kino going crazy on the videos. You know, as far as getting footage, we had the homie Havoc come out. He came out and helped us, helped me get interviews all day. Big shout out to the homie Havoc here, also known as Playboy Curdy. Big shout out to the Havoc, man. And here you go. Here's Kino G right here, man. I'm telling you, that video is gonna be insane. And we do have 3 sponsorship spots available for anybody that wants to, get some promo. You might have a litter. You might have something else, you want to promote or anything. We're offering 3 sponsorship spots. And I'll tell you what, man, people that have done that here in the past have actually seen some really good results from it. So, if anybody's got some litters, you got some dogs you're trying to get out there. But what you guys are looking at right now is going to be the father of our next litter, one of our newest upcoming studs that we got on the yard right here. This is our boy Brick. And yep, this is the dad, man. This is the dad. Silky Smooth says, what about some tight old school King Kamali blood? I mean, we got King Kamali and pedigrees, but we ain't got nothing that's super tight on King Kamali specifically. We do have some Razor's Edge dogs that are full-blown Razor's Edge, you know what I mean? But not necessarily King Kamali. It's our Razor's Edge blood, which is some of the best out as well. Big shout out to King Kamali, though. RIP King Kamali. Diamond Cow says, fire up in here. Killinois family. That's right, man. Big shout out to Killinois family in the building, man. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. Biz Marquis head. Oh, yeah. You're right about that, man. There was a guy in the comment section saying that Brick reminds him of Biz Marquis, but this boy is on a whole nother level of Biz Marquis. Biz Marquis was a cool, important dog of his time, but his head looked nothing like this guy right here, man. This guy's head is probably a good 4 inches bigger and way better shaped. And that's not saying, Biz Marquis was a dog that was produced 20 years ago. Of course, that's what's going to be happening. You know what I mean? But, I responded to the dude and told him, nah, man, Biz Marquis' head couldn't mess with this one. And I was just stating facts. You know what I mean? Just stating facts. Bama Built Bully says, I'm not a family member yet, but hopefully will be soon. That's right, man. Whenever, bro, we'll be here. Anytime you're interested, get with us and we'll get you right, man. You could join the family. Juan Eno says, Northern Marinas, that's right, the Mariana Islands. My brother near Guam. That's right, man. We've been having a lot of people from Guam and out in those areas reaching out to us, man. Big shout out to you guys. Okay, I ain't gonna mess up your name, but that's another Killinois family member in the building, man. Big shout out to the Killinois family. They're the ones that got baby God of War. And as you guys can see in that picture right there, that's gonna be God of War's son, a straight clone of him. This boy is insane. Once we go through all this stuff, we'll go through the dogs, we'll go through the puppies. I'm not going to sit here and make you guys look at look at you know, the pedigrees and stuff like that, man. But I do want to show you guys the parents, you know what I mean? And these two really complement each other so well, man. So well. Whatever one's lacking, the other one brings to the table. And they just, you know, usually we won't breed a blue on blue dog. We won't do blue on blue breedings, but with this one, there was no choice. We had to make it happen. Super dope breeding too. I'm glad we did it. So, but yeah, we'll go once we get done checking out stuff. We'll start hitting people's Instagrams as far as the Killinois family members that are in here and letting you guys check out their dogs and stuff. But let's go ahead and run through this, man. If you guys got any questions about the puppies, go ahead and drop them in there. We'll try to catch up with everybody, and then once we catch up with everybody, you know, then we'll start busting, you know, into some Instagrams and showing off our customers' dogs. That way you guys can see the dogs that we're offering the public. And I'm telling you what, these guys out here got some nice ones, man. Big shout out to the whole Killinois family in the building. Sarah Clinker says, litters are always fire, manifesting my bully from Killinois. That's right. That's right, Sarah. Get with us whenever you're ready and we'll get you taken care of. You already know that. JV says, best say less, bro. I'll keep trying my best, fam. Yeah, that's, I mean, if you were interested in getting a dog from us, bro, you have to keep calling. And you got to keep in mind that some of these families ain't playing. Some of these families, they're calling from 4 different phones and stuff. You know what I mean? And I can't prevent that. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. So just keep on calling 9 times out of 10, you know, and don't let that discourage you neither, because when you got 4 different family members calling, once they get that answer, they just stop calling. You know what I mean? So, but you got to do what you got to do. Call from several different phones, call all the numbers, that type of stuff. Don't concentrate on just one number. Try to get on all 3 phones and all that, man, and you should have no problem getting the puppy you want. JH says Top Dog TV's fire. That's right, bro. That's right. R Sling, that's another Killinois family in the house, man. Big shout out to the Killinois family. He says Killinois family checking in from South Georgia. Big shout out to you. JH says hit that like button. I know that's right, man. We got 47 people in the building. Or no, we got 50 people in the building, 44 likes. Make sure y'all hit that like button and share out this live. The more likes we get, the more YouTube will push this live out. I don't mean to keep on saying that, but real talk. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and get into the puppies, man. You guys seen the parents. One thing I did want to speak on is just the fact that these guys match up good with each other, you know. Siri is like a real nice show quality American Bully female with breed type. I mean, this girl takes a crap on males, man. I'm telling you, this girl's every bit of 90 pounds, got a head probably just as big as Bricks, but on a female body. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe not as big, but really close. You understand what I'm saying? Really close. Corey Jones says, fire. Appreciate you for tapping in, big dog. Thanks for watching. Rob716 says, that boy Bricks got a big ass head. I know that's right, big dog. I know that's right. Jesse says, is Brick a pocket? Yes, he most definitely is, man. But I'll tell you what, he's a pocket that holds big dog features. You know what I mean? This boy Bricks got a head like a standard American Bully. You understand what I'm saying? This boy's got a monster head, you know. He's a pocket, but he's every bit of 80, 85 pounds, you know what I mean? Heavy bone, big head. And you know, Siri, man, look at her. Look at this girl, man. She's insane. She is insane. 2110 Bully says, the legit kennel. Good day, bro, from New Zealand. 2110 Bullies. Appreciate you, big dog. My bad, man. I'm sitting here talking so much. It's making me get the hiccups and burping and stuff. My bad, y'all. Jesse says Mel 1 is insane, man. I know that's right. You know, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the pups, man. Hold on one second here. Let's get into the puppies. But you know, like I said, man, these two match up with each other so no so nice. They both complement each other, you know, as far as just not just from looks, but blood. You know, they complement each other as far as like personalities go and that type of stuff. You know, Brick's a little bit more laid back, but as you guys can see, this girl Siri, she's got a bunch of drive and fire in her. You know what I mean? Super nice breeding. You know, we keep outdoing ourselves with every single litter, man. We try to always up it a notch. We try to always, always bring some dope stuff to the table for you guys, man. Let's go ahead. All right, my bad, y'all. My bad. DZ says, cool dogs, though. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Junior says, pups are hogs. Saludos from Cali. That's right. That's right. Big shout out to Cali in the building. Shit. Like the blue, black, and white a lot, though. Yeah, I mean, both parents are blue, and every single puppy off of this litter is blue. You know what I mean? A lot of people see the blue dogs that we're producing and stuff, and they get them mistaken for black dogs because our blue is a lot more deeper, real dark versus other kennels. You know what I mean? A lot of dogs have that more grayish look, you know what I mean? That type of stuff. With our dogs, our blue dogs get confused with black a lot. So, yeah. Try to get through this stuff, man. It's my bad. I don't want you guys to see me like scrolling. I'm trying to make this look a little bit more official here. A bit more official here. Let me see. Here we go, man. Here they are. And we started out with the females off of this litter because the females were insane off of this drop. Super nice. I mean, the boys are nice too, but the females are crazy off of this drop, you guys. Super nice. Philip Simmons, that's going to be Phil from Killinois. He says Killinois Kennels Series and Brick Gorillas. That's right. That's right. Junior says love female too. That's right. That's right. Right now, what you guys are looking at is female one. And this is the best female off of this whole litter. Look at this girl right here. This is her next to the pick male. You understand what I'm saying? This was just a better clip of her. A lot of her footage actually didn't do her justice. A lot of footage of this girl didn't do her justice. I am very upset that my team is letting this girl go. If I, I just don't buy dogs anymore. You know what I mean? But, if I was interested in buying a dog, man, this is the one I'm going for. This is a top notch foundation female right here. Look at this girl. Look at her head compared to the boy's head. You understand what I'm saying? Insane. Insane. This girl, I'm very upset that these guys, because I actually had one of my partners locking in this girl to keep. And very last minute, he changed his mind and broke my heart. You know what I mean? Because this is, females don't end up with heads like this. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't happen. And when it does, you keep that joint. You know what I mean? But we can't keep everything. And, whoever picks this girl up is gonna be winning. I'm telling you. Insane. Look at her head compared to the male. The male is on the right, the female is on the left. Look at that. Insane. Collaboration Bully Camp says you should do a video of all the studs you have up for service and pricing. A lot of people's been asking us to do that, man, and I'll tell you what, once things slow down a little bit, I will most definitely get on that, man. That's a good idea. We've already done one in the past and it did crazy. So I am going to do that here soon, and, you know, big shout out to you for, you know, referring that. But that's definitely been on my mind. We've been having a lot of people reaching out about that here as of lately, and you know, that type of stuff, man. But yeah, we'll do that for sure, bro. Stay tuned. R2R Bully says dope litter. Appreciate that, big dog. Appreciate that. What you guys are looking at right now is going to be female number 1, and look at that girl. Look at her right there. You know, these puppies ain't nothing but 12 weeks old in this footage, man. Serious, man. Look at the head on that girl. As you know, right there, you could tell that she really took after that boy Brick. She took after Brick, but she also's got that look that Siri's through. You know, our Killinois family member, Rob716, his puppy, his boy Nico, looked just like this girl when he was a puppy. And we'll be showing you guys Nico here in a little bit. Stay tuned for it. Damian Mancha says, fire pups. Appreciate that, big dog. Appreciate that. Look at that girl there, man. Damn. Fast forward a little too much. Look at that side shot of her. Watch when she turns that head. Look at them eyes on that girl, man. She's going to be insane. I'm telling you right now, if I was to buy a dog, I'd be buying this girl right here. Real talk. Best pup, in my opinion, off the whole litter. You know, I tried to get my partner to keep this girl so bad, and it didn't go down, man. It is what it is, though. Pablo says, we'll get a pup from you guys one day. Appreciate that, big dog. Get with us whenever you're ready, and we'll get you right. Joshua Fry says, who's the one with the white chest? Who's the one with the white chest? We're going to make it through, bro. We're going to make it through all this stuff. Trust me. We're getting to it. We're getting to it. R. Sling, why do you prefer not to do blue on blue? Because once you keep on doing blue on blue is when you start diluting it. You understand what I'm saying? You'll dilute that blue where you won't be ending up. You see how this boy is a little bit more gray? He's, you know, the boy on the right is a little bit more gray, but this girl is like real deep, dark blue, you know, which the gray isn't bad. But back in the days, you know, so many people were doing blue on blue breedings that these dogs were really turning gray. You know, he's just a little bit lighter, but that's why we don't do blue on blue breedings, is because we don't want to dilute the blue. The blue's going to stay there. It's going to be there, that type of stuff. So usually whenever we breed a blue dog to, like, you know, another dog, we usually choose a different color. You know what I mean? Back in like the 80 late, well, I wouldn't say 80s, but back in the late 90s and early 2000s, a lot of dogs, a lot of blue dogs were really gray versus like this dark, deep blue like this. And we try to keep it that way. We really like that dark blue. And it's just personal preference, but that type of stuff. Joshua Fry says, I looked at the pedigrees a few days ago. So these goes back to edge dogs. I thought I saw Big Red was a grandpa. Brick is a Big Red father, but there is Razor's Edge in a lot of these dogs. You know, I didn't, you know, I don't think I really said that these dogs were like heavy on the edge, but they do have edge. You know, bro, there's not a whole lot of American bullies out here that don't have some Razor's Edge in them. You understand what I'm saying? But these dogs are predominantly like Gottiline blood. You know what I mean? But there is some Razor's Edge in there here and there. You know what I mean? Lorenzo Young, that's going to be our Killinois partner and one of the owners of this litter, man. Big shout out to Renzo and Twan for putting this litter together, man. And, you know, they really snapped. You know, Renzo actually whelped this litter, took care of all of them, all that type of stuff. Big shout out to the homie Renzo. That's why I was late, you guys. We were just having a Killinois Kennels meeting with all of our partners. So I was a little late getting started, and the main reason was because of Renzo. Ain't that right, Renzo? I'm just messing around, bro. JH says, Killinois family strong tonight. I know that's right. I know that's right. Big shout out to the whole Killinois family in the building. Joshua Fry says, I want to run to the bank and drop 5 in cash in hand. And are they all sold out? No, they're not all sold out because we haven't put them up for sale yet. They don't go up for sale until next Sunday. Next Sunday, June 1st at 4 p.m. Central Time. Once 4 p.m. hits, that's when we'll start answering calls. Dollar Bill says Killinois is #1. Great Bulls. Appreciate that, big dog. Thanks for tuning in. Joshua Fry says Blue dilutes. Pam Carter was the one who preached that. That's right, Pam Carter. That's right. She was the I believe she didn't Pam Carter, man, that's so long ago. I believe she's the owner of Gaff. Isn't she the owner of the Gaff dogs? Either that or she bred them. One or the other. But big shout out to Pam Carter, man. I'll tell you what, I'm getting old with my old age too, man. I've been forgetting stuff. But yeah, I believe Pam Carter is the creator of Gaff Bloodline, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, that's, you know, I come from those days, bro. So that's why I say what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You know, back in the days, blue dogs were like the cool thing to have. You know what I mean? And once you just constantly bred blue on blue on blue on blue, it dilutes it, like he said, and it'll turn them more gray. You know what I mean? Yep, you're 100% right, Joshua Fry. Andy Kennedy says, I'm from Vegas and can't wait to get a pup. Okay, that's right, man. Again, they go on sale next weekend, June 1st at 4 p.m. Central Time. Get with us and we'll get you taken care of, man. Junior says, correct me if I'm wrong, but Siri has that corrupt blood, right? Yeah, corrupt is actually in both of these dogs. Corrupt is in Brick and is in Siri. You know, it's a line breeding on corrupt blood. It's a line breeding on the cash pot blood. That type of stuff. Let me go ahead and let that play, man. I'm sorry about that, guys. Andy Kennedy says, you guys are killing it. No better dogs at any price. Appreciate that, big dog. Thanks for noticing that as well, man. You know, a lot of people was saying, you know, they seen this litter and they said, oh, you know, and here we are with female #2, another serious, you know, super nice dog, man. This whole litter was off the hook. This whole litter was off the hook. You know, for you guys calling in, you know, if the dog you initially wanted isn't available, it isn't going to hurt to bump it up to another one. I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? But we did have some people saying, oh, they're raising the prices now, which we ain't never raised our prices. You know, with this litter, we only had 5 puppies. So, you know, there might not be as cheap as prices as you would like to see in this litter, but it is what it is. This is a super nice litter, and I still feel like they're priced accordingly. These are all super nice dogs. You know, this is one of Siri's last litters. You know, we might have one more litter with her if we're lucky. And, you know, this is some very exclusive blood, man. You cannot get this stuff for the prices that we're offering it. You know what I mean? Not at all. And we've never upped the prices on any dogs. We've never, you know what I mean? And to be quite honest with you, these days we should, because you guys know how hard it is out here in this world nowadays. Everything has went up. But we're the only kennel that might not have, you know, that maybe didn't go up. You know what I mean? We definitely, it wouldn't be bad of us too. You understand what I'm saying? So, but I'm not saying that we're going to start upping the prices, but you might see some increases here and there. That's just along with the world, man. You guys don't understand how much it costs to make all this happen. We're talking $2,000 C-sections. We're talking, you know, $2,000 getting the ears done. We're talking shots, food, just everything, man. This is an expensive situation, man, and people got to, you know, got to get money back. Super Jermaine says that boy is my favorite. I love his look. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, big dog. That's gonna be Killinois family in the building, man. Big shout out to the homie Carlos out there in Fredericksburg, Virginia. He says, salute Dayton, salute Killinois family from Killinois Atreus. That's right, that's right. Big shout out to the homie Carlos in the building, man. We appreciate you, big dog. Bong Tokes says, Bong Tokes for Jesus. You're crazy, man. Look for a solid color to breed my Merle Jumani son, but blues probably isn't the right move there. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, big dog. I'm not 100% sure. Joshua Fry says, you got it. She was the gaff pioneer. She said you got to throw a black dog in there to keep that coast nice and glossy and shiny. These are great blue. So next Sunday at 3? No, next Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Time. If you're in California, that's going to be 2 p.m. your time. If you're on New York time, that'll be 5 p.m. your time. But yeah, man, I'm pretty good when it comes to history, man, but my mind is kind of slipping these days. I knew Pam Carter was the creator of gaff, but sometimes stuff gets so mixed up sometimes that I might slip up, you know what I mean? But big shout out to Pam Carter. Shout out to the gaff bloodline. You know, shout out to all those dogs, you know what I mean? I'm an OG in this stuff, man. I come from all that stuff. So I got nothing but love and respect for all that. Big shout out to Pam Carter. Jesse says, I want male too, but they are all nice looking pups. Killinois Kennels dropping that fire. I know that's right. I know that's right, big dog. What you guys are looking at right now is going to be female number 3, and this is another solid girl right here. She's going for $3K. Solid, solid girl. Andy Kennedy says, bro, you could raise your prices. These dogs off the hook. Thanks for keeping them affordable. Yeah, I mean, you know, these puppies are super, super nice, but this is the quality that we always provide for you guys. You understand what I'm saying? And, yes, we could raise our prices, man, but we do try to keep it fair. We try not to price gouge people. We try not to get over on people. We feel like we are offering these dogs at what they're worth in our eyes, to where when somebody buys a dog from us, they are walking around with a dog and they say, hey, you know what? I paid $3,000. I paid $4,000 for this dog. And people are saying, holy, you know what? You know what I mean? We want you to say, man, this is the best $4,000 I ever spent. You understand what I'm saying? That type of stuff. We got 60 viewers in the building, man. Big shout out to you guys for all tuning in, man. The like is kind of looking whack here, you guys. If you're new in here, please make sure you guys hit this like button and share the live out to all your social medias. We appreciate y'all. Real talk. You know, we've had almost 500 different people in here tonight. So with 62 likes, 63 likes now, and 60 subscribers, it might seem like I'm asking for something that isn't possible, but that isn't real. Make sure y'all hit that like button. And apparently some people said I ain't liking nothing and dipped right at that moment. Joshua Fry says, I'm in Spokane, Washington. Killinois for sure has the best dogs for the price. I've been waiting for a nice blue dog. That's right, that's right. Appreciate you, big dog. It looks like I'm all the way caught up. So if you guys have any questions, get them in the comment section right now. And, you know, any questions about the litter, you can get them in the comment section right now. What you guys are looking at is the males right now. This is male number 1. Super, super nice boy. And, you know, after that, we'll start getting into some Instagrams. We're going to show you guys some Instagrams of our Killinois family members that are in the building. we're going to go to their Instagrams, let you guys see their dogs so you guys can see the dogs that we're offering the public. You know what I mean? That type of deal. King of Kings says, "Am Marvin from the Caribbean. My island is called Saint." I don't want to mess that up. "For years I've been watching your channel and would love to get a pup from you." That's what's up, Marvin, man. Off our last drop of puppies that we put up, we sent 3 dogs out to the Caribbean. So it can most definitely happen. And, big shout out to our new Killinois family members out in the Caribbean. But we've been selling dogs out in the Caribbean for years, you know. Our Killinois family member Mickey, R.I.P. Mickey, man, he ended up passing away, man. His whole yard was based off our dogs. And he was located out there in Antigua, I believe. I can't remember 100% sure, but he was out there. And you can see videos of him on our channel. G. Dot says, "I got a pup from the last drop, and let me tell you guys, he's the best dog I've ever had. High quality blood." Appreciate that, big dog, man. That's the homie Carlos. You guys seen him. He ended up picking up, I think it was male number 4, if I'm not mistaken. He was the Lilac Tri off of the God of War and Bulla litter. You know, they came out here, picked up their dog, brought their whole family out. We all went out to dinner and stuff. You know, had a really good time, man. Big shout out to Carlos in the building. Dan Libby says, I'm buying the whole litter. Killinois for life." Okay, that's what's up, big dog. Shout out to Dan Libby in the building, man. Big shout out to the homie Dan Libby. He's been a Killinois supporter for a very, very long time, man. Big shout out to you, man. That's a guy I know from this bully world. I've known Dan for probably 15 years. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Dan Libby. Joshua Fry says, what a lot of these people don't know is Muscle Tone and Venoline might say they charge $15,000, but they'll work a deal with you. Yeah. You know, a lot of people, you know, and I'm not talking about necessarily Muscle Tone, and I'm not talking about Venom Line, but a lot of people putting up those crazy prices and stuff like that. They put up those crazy prices for you to wheel and deal. We ain't got time to be wheeling and dealing with y'all, man. We put them up for a price, and that price is firm. We will not take $1 less. That's just the difference between us. We're not here to wheel and deal. And plus, you know, like I said, selling dogs for, crazy amounts of money, and then you end up with a dog that looks like a giraffe and people be plotting on you. You understand what I'm saying? That's how mad they'll be. We try to offer them for a good price. That way you get a super nice dog and you say, man, I only paid this for that dog. You know what I mean? King of Kings says, we need you to come to the islands to do a dog show. We got a lot of good dogs, but no one to do dog show. That's, man, get with us and we'll make it happen, man. We could bring Top Dog TV out there, cover your guys' event. I can also make it happen with the BRC Global. If you guys got enough people and you guys got enough a community, like a bully community, get somebody to throw a show out there and tell them to bring us out. We'll come out there and cover it. That's right, Carlos. Ryan Campbell in the building, man. That's another major Killinois supporter, man. Big shout out to the homie Ryan Campbell, man. I feel like he's Killinois family, whether he's got a dog from us or not, man. Big shout out to the homie Ryan Campbell. Real talk. Super Jermaine says, my boy has Gotti, Razor's Edge, and White Rhino, Genghis Khan. Have you heard of any of this blood? I got him from a friend. Yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. I've heard of all that stuff. For sure. Junior says, do you guys sell the highest bidder or whoever pays right away at the asking price? No, we don't do highest bidder because our price is our price. That's what I literally just got done saying, big dog. We don't just do the highest bidder. You know what I mean? Our price is our price. And and we could do that. With the following we have, we could just start putting them up for bid. You understand what I'm saying? But we're not going to do that, man. We're keeping things nice and fair. We put them at a price that we feel like they're worth. And, you know, sometimes we're right and sometimes we're wrong because there is no way to tell. But most of the times when we're wrong, it's damn, we should have charged that dog $6,000, not because we overcharged somebody. You understand what I'm saying? That type of deal. So this right here, for you guys that don't know, for you guys that are interested in the drop coming, this well, I guess you can't see it real good here. Let me see. I mean, you guys can see this stuff in the videos, man. You guys can see this stuff in the videos. Those numbers are all right there. If you guys have any questions, the best way to reach me is this number right here. You know, for you guys that are going to be trying for puppies on next Sunday, if you have any questions at all whatsoever, you guys, my phone is going to be available this whole week. If you're confused about anything, call me during this week. Don't call me on Sunday asking questions about puppies and asking questions about business and how things go, because that day we don't want to tie everybody up. We don't want to tie up our own Sunday. We don't want to tie up your Sunday. We want to get these puppies sold. That way I can get the information to the ground shipper and, you know, start working on you guys getting your dogs, whether you're going to come get them or have them shipped out. So if you have any questions, my phone will be available all this week, all the way up until, you know, Sunday. If you have any questions, I'll answer it all. I'll tell you exactly, break it down to the T for you, exactly how this goes down. So I don't want anybody confused. I want everybody comfortable. We want to get these dogs sold and, you know, welcome our new Killinois family members, man, and have a good weekend. You know, it's tomorrow's Memorial Day. I'm tripping, but that's why we did the drop. Instead of doing the drop this weekend, we did it next weekend because of Memorial Day. Joshua Fry says that boy. Hold on one second. Let me get this right, you guys. I don't want you guys just stuck looking at this stuff. Let's see here. All right, Killinois family, this in the building. For any of the Killinois family that want me to check out their Instagram and want me to show off their productions that they got from us, let us know in the comment section right now. You know, I want to do that for the people that are in here. You understand what I'm saying? I want to do that for the people that are in here. So for anybody that's Killinois family, you got a bull from us, it's on Instagram, you guys want me to show everybody that's in here, let us know in the comment section right now. BW, that's another Killinois family member, man. Big shout out to the homie. That's going to be the homie Matt. He's the one that just had that litter we posted on the channel. And big shout out to everybody that picked up a pup from that litter. That's the power of the Killinois Kennels channel, the Killinois Kennels family. Matt put up his litter. He had some older puppies that he needed to sell. And he sold out that whole litter less than a week time, man. Big shout out to the homie Matt. BW says the pups are, you know, that's Matt, BW. Pups looking great. Dayton and Killinois is all good business. If you haven't tapped in, you're missing out. Building a fence so can stay in, but wanted to pop in and shoot a like. Okay, that's right, big dog. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Matt, I'm going to bring you on a live this coming week. We might go live on Wednesday. I want to bring you guys on, you know, bring you on a live and kind of let you tell your story again, man. Big shout out to you for tuning in, bro. Killinois family, again, once I get through these comments, I'm going to start running through these Instagrams. If you guys want me to show your dog on Instagram, you know, on the live, let us know. Let us know. Junior says, when I first got into the bullies, my first female was a corrupt granddaughter. We're talking 15 to 20 years ago. Okay, that's what's up, man. Good to see some people that's been around a long time in here, man. Big shout out to you. Lincoln Land Exotics in the building says Killinois family. These pups are pressure. Appreciate that, Killinois family. Make sure you guys, you know what? Let's go ahead and pull that up, man. This is gonna be Killinois family, but not only are they Killinois family, they're my own personal family. And when it says Lincoln Land Exotics, it's not because they breed exotics; they breed exotic reptiles. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that up real quick. Let me see here. And big shout out to big shout out to the Killinois family and my own personal family right here, man. But here we go. This right here is gonna be my cousin and Killinois family. Make sure you guys go over there and give them a follow at Lincoln Land Exotics. Here's a female that they recently picked up from us out of Big Clout in Sasha. And this girl ain't even done yet, man. And look at her. Look at her. She just turned a year old. And just wait, man. This girl is going to be insane. But not only do they got that, man, they got some cool exotic reptiles. I myself am not real big on reptiles, and that's not a shout out at them or anything, you know what I mean? But a lot of people are. But I'll tell you what, if I was ever to own one, I'd want it to be something like this, you know what I mean? You never know. I might be tapping in for a snake sometime or something, you know what I mean? If I could talk Miss Killinois into it. But as you guys can see, man, they got some really dope snakes, man. Oh, look at this. It's like a monitor or something. What is that? It's some time of a dinosaur right there. All types of cool stuff, man. Make sure you guys go over there and give them a follow. Again, this is going to be Lincoln Land Exotics right here. Tap in, tap in. Sir Duke is in the house. Let's go ahead and show you guys Sir Duke. Killinois, Sir Duke right there. There he is, living it up right there. Sir Duke. He got a boy. That's going to be Big Business's brother right there. Littermate brother, Sir Duke. Came out of Baby James and Nala. Look at that boy. Super nice boy. Watch, here he comes zooming. Look at that. American Bullies with drive. See him moving there? Sir Duke is a super nice bull, man. Little back shot of him. You know what I mean? These is just this dog living it up. These ain't like crazy professional pitchers or anything. And look at this monster. Super nice boy. Looks like they got some snow out there in Georgia, man. Looks like y'all got some snow out there in Georgia. If Rob716 is in the building, man, let us know, man. We're going to go ahead and pull up your boy next. Boy reminds me of Lucky Luciano. Super nice dog. Sir Duke, look at that boy. Structure on point. Super nice bull, man. All right, here we go. Looks like we got go ahead and pull up Rob716 dog, man. He just, matter of fact, he just dropped a new video of this boy today, man. Make sure y'all look at him. He's over there playing on the flirt pole and stuff, holding that little ass piece of rope right there. Look at him. He ain't letting go neither. Super nice boy, man. Here's a little collage of his dogs he's picked up from us right there. This right here and this bot. Man, why can't you guys see that? Can you guys see? You guys can barely see that. This is going to be his female out of Beautiful and White Folks Jr. And this is his boy out of G Baby and Siri. This is going to be Nico. Killinois Nico right here, man. Badass boy, man. And this dog isn't done growing yet neither. This boy's just a little bit over a year old. And look at him. Straight monster, man. Boy, Nico. You know, this might be a Killinois family member. We might be reaching out to use this boy. I really, really like this dog, man. He's got a lot of drive, and as you guys can see, he stays in the weight room. You know, Robert's got this boy in the weight room working all the time, man, working out with him. As you can see, that Killinois drive. These dogs ain't just some lazy dogs, that type of stuff. We keep that drive in them, you know. Look at this boy. Look at the head on that monster right there. Make sure you guys get over there. Follow Sir Duke. Follow Lincoln Land Exotics. And make sure you guys go over there and follow Robert Nichols, man. Look at him. He's over there watching. That's him watching a Killinois video right there. Showing out. Let's see if I can get that. I wonder if you guys can hear that. Can y'all hear that? Yeah, as Rob's saying, he's saying that he's got drive crazy. That's right. Look at him there, man. He's getting hyped. He's look at Rocky's intimidating him a little bit. He's like, I'll get your ass. Big shout out to the homie Rob, man. He really stand up to his family member. Let me turn that down because that's some copyright right there. The Wu-Tang. Got that Wu-Tang clan bumping. Look at this boy, though. Look at this boy. And keep in mind, this dog came out of series last litter before this litter. So this is the type of dogs you can expect coming out of this litter that's coming up this weekend. Look at this boy. Insane. Insane. Super, super nice bull, man. Crazy. Make sure you guys get over there. Give Robert Nichols a follow right here. I know we had some other Killinois family members in here, you guys. Let us know in the comment section if you're in here. You know, I want to go over the Killinois family members' dogs that are in here for real, for real. I don't want to just be pulling them up. You know what I mean? That type of deal. Yeah, I love to see puppy updates. Yeah, we got some stuff, man, and that's another thing, man. We got to have the Killinois family send out, man. We got so many... You know, we got so many, you know, this is a video that I really, really wanted to make, man, and let everybody know, like, man, we got so many Killinois family members that haven't sent out updated footage of their dogs, man. And, you know, we really like showing that, you know, that type of stuff. I got a bunch of it together, but it's a lot of old stuff, and I'm going to have to do a bunch of searching and stuff. But, you know, we do want to do another Killinois collaboration video, man. We do want to make one happen. Junior says prices are reasonable for some of us. Just want another couch potato to chill on the couch with us and watch football with. I mean, it shouldn't have anything to do with the prices, bro. You know what I mean? That type of deal. Prices are reasonable. Some of us just want another couch potato. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Not everybody's, you know, down, you know, not everybody wants to become that next top kennel or become breeders and stuff. And there isn't nothing wrong with that. But, you know, you still got to pay for a quality dog, man. That's just how it goes. You understand what I'm saying? And even if I didn't want to be a breeder, and I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to, you know, go out and do anything crazy with a dog. I just wanted a pet. I would still spend thousands on a dog because this is a dog that's going to be in your life for 10 plus years. You understand what I'm saying? This is something that you're going to look at every single day. You know what I'm saying? I used to be the same type, man. I ain't spending that on that dog. I can go get this dog for this. And man, that was when I was a child. You understand what I'm saying? By the time I got older, I said, you know, I had bought me a couple just regular pit bulls. I said, you know what? I'm going to go get me some quality. You know what I mean? So whether I was breeding or not, you know, that's just like, you know, if you like cool cars, you're going to go get you a cool car. You know what I mean? Whether you're going to go race it, you know, not everybody that buys a Hellcat is buying it to race it. They're just buying it to drive around in. It's the same difference with a dog. You know what I mean? That type of deal. Let's let this play until I can get another Killinois family member to reach out. That way we could pull up their stuff. I can't remember what the homie, matter of fact, let's go ahead and show that real quick. Again, man, look at this boy. Look at this dog right here. This is Rob's dog, man. If anybody wants to, looking for a stud out there in upstate New York and Buffalo, this boy's located in Buffalo. Super, super nice bull. And he comes off a series last litter. And like I said, this is the type of stuff you can be expecting from, and this boy isn't even all the way done yet. Just a little bit over a year. Just wait. This boy, look at the head on that boy. He reminds me a lot of female number one. I feel like female number one's going to have that same little head structure there. That type of deal. Oh, the homie with that God of War son was in here. Let me see. I don't know if he's still in here, but let's go ahead and check him out real quick. I know Derek Lee was in here. Derek Lee, if you're in here, let us know, man, and we'll go pull up your Instagram. This guy right here, man, he ended up picking up that God of War clone, and look at him. Look at that boy out there. God of War clone. This is another dog that is just barely a year old. Barely a year. He might not even be a year yet. He might be just like 10 months, 11 months old or something. What's it say here? Look, Goku, he keeps looking fire every day. And he ain't going to do nothing but get better, big dog. He ain't going to do nothing but get better. Look at that boy. That boy is identical to God of War. Straight clone, man. Straight clone. I can't wait to see this boy. I believe this boy's in New York as well, man. New York been tapping in, man. New York's been tapping in. Straight up. Boy looks just like God of War, man. That's him like when he got him and stuff. But that boy is maturing into something serious. Look at him, man. Look at him. I really like this clip right here. Look at him. Straight monster. Barely a year old. Barely. If he's a year, he's barely a year old. Rob said he was here. Josh Fry says, can I find Siri and Brick both on Bullypedia? I'm not 100% sure if Siri herself is on Bullypedia, and I don't think Brick is on Bullypedia. He's on like Bully PedX or something. If you reach out to me, I can send it to you or something like that. I don't have it right here in front of me right now. Says Spelltrek, drive crazy. He's talking about that boy we just got done showing you a second ago. Joshua Fry says, oh, they got Prey Drive. Hell yeah. Are you thinking classics or pockets? Hell no, they're not going to be no classics, bro. Hell no. It's either going to be pocket or standards right there on the borderline. Pocket or standards. We got another Killinois family member in the building, man. We got Tone. Big shout out to Tone. King of Kings says, my first message, Marvin, is my name. That's something a lot of us on the island want. I will talk to some of them and see what they say. If not, I'll come up with everything myself. All right, that's what's up, man. Get with us and we'll make it happen, man. I can put you in tune with the BRC Global. You can have a BRC Global show out there. And, we could bring Top Dog TV out there. Come out there and kick it with you guys, man. Come out there and kick it with y'all. Layla Meyer says, hey, it's Leia. Gomorrah is doing good. That's right. That's right. That's going to be our Killinois family and my little cousin right there, Layla. Big shout out to you for tuning in. Diamond Cow says, I got to get some pics, but put together coming soon, Killinois family. That's right. That's right. That's going to be our Killinois family member. He's got, he picked up that Medusa clone that's the male out of our last drop. He got that male number one. I believe it was male number one, and super super nice dog. And he also picked up a female out of Warhog and Mia, super nice girl as well. They're gonna create some nice dogs together, man. Big shout out to the homie Diamond Cow in the building. Armando Cruz says, crazy breeding fam. That new stud is amazing. Appreciate that, big dog. Appreciate that. Okay, yeah, we got you on here right now, big dog. We got you on here right now, looking at this monster. That, as you guys can see, that's the same dog you're looking at on here in his profile picture, man. Super super nice dog. Real talk, man. Make sure y'all go give him a follow. Let's see here. It looks like I'm catching up, you guys. Whenever I catch up, that's when it's about to shut down. See how long we've been on here for. Coming up on 2 hours. Coming up on 2 hours. Not really 2 hours. Oh man. Send send me that picture on Instagram, Rob. Sorry, I'm over here getting sorry about that. Send me that picture on Instagram, Rob, of the boy watching. I want to show them guys this. Let me know if you do. Jesse says, hit that like button, y'all. That's right. That's right, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We're sitting at 84 likes, man. Big shout out to you guys stepping it up on the like button. Appreciate y'all. If you're new in here, if you haven't, make sure y'all hit that like button and share out the live. You know, like I said, we're catching up. And once things start to slow down a little bit, you know what I mean? We're going to go ahead and shut it down because I don't like to wear this out. King of Kings says, I have been dealing with dogs for over 20 years. I really love them. My island's just full of a lot of backyard breeders, no kennels with LLCs. I really want to try to change that. Okay, that's what's up, man. Start your community, man. Start out by having some barbecues, save up some money, and whenever you guys want to bring us out, we'll most definitely come out. That's the main thing of throwing a show. For anybody that wants to throw a show, you know, you should really start out with barbecues and get-togethers and build your community. And every time you have that show, it'll get a little bit bigger, a little bit better. And by the time it gets really big, boom, throw a show, you know? Sambo says, I need one. Get with us and we'll get you right. Layla Meyer says, hey, Dayton, it's me, Layla. Gamora's doing good, and I'm so happy we got her. I'm happy you guys got her too. We just showed her here on the live if you didn't see. We just showed her here on the live. We appreciate you, and we're glad you got her too. Robert Rapp says Killinois Kennels in the building. That's going to be our partner, Robbie. Tone says, big shout out to Killinois Kennels. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you and the Killinois family. That's right. This is Killinois family. Appreciate y'all. Well, I'm all the way caught up, you guys. If you guys got any questions, I can get to them fast. Let me see if Rob sent that over to Instagram. If not, I'll show you guys on my phone. There you go. Pull up. Okay, yep, we're in there. Yep, we got you. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Or actually, you know what? I'm gonna do it this way. Save it. Yeah. There's his boy Nico right there. Oh, there's his boy Nico watching the live right now, you guys. You see him over here? Yes, that's him over there in his crib watching the live right now. Big shout out to the homie Rob for sending that through real quick. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. All right, man. 50. We got 60 people in the building, man. Hit that like button and get those questions and all that in the comments section, man. And if not, we're gonna go ahead and shut this down, you guys. Big shout out to all the Killinois family members. That's right, that's right, that's right. Big shout out to you, Jason H. That's our Killinois member out there in New Jersey, man. Tell me if that is too loud for you guys. Is that loud? Tell me. Let me know in the comment section if that's loud, like overly loud, or if it's too quiet, one or the other. Because it is loud on my side, but whenever I hear it back on playbacks, it's not that loud. Let me know. Let's get into something, man. Yeah, it is loud. Too loud? Too loud, big dog? Turn it down a little bit if it is. Try it again. Tell me, is that just like overbearingly loud? Because that's the only way I can find out. It's too loud, huh? All right. Let me see. It's on my side. All right, they want us to show the next drop again. Okay. All right. Do you want to see the parents or do you want to see the do you want to see the parents or do you want to see the said nothing but fire, crazy dogs. Appreciate that, big dog. Appreciate that. Big shout out to the Killinois family. Mr. St. James says, "Can you show the next drop again?" Okay. All right. Let me show. Miss Killinois, if you're still watching, come in here real quick. Still watching, come in here and holler at me real quick. All right, you guys want to see the next drop? My bad, my bad. I'm kind of a little too much stuff. You guys want to see the puppies, I'm sure. So go ahead and get right straight back into the pups. Again, personally, this is my favorite pup off of this whole drop. This girl is insane. Insane. Who was that right there? If you got anything specific you want to see or any of that type of stuff, anything you want me to speak on, go ahead and let it be known, Mr. St. James. I got you on the pups already. We right here. All right. Where we at? All right, my bad, y'all. My bad. But yeah, man, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. It looks like the comment section is kind of lame tonight, you guys. So, uh Forever JB says, "Are pups still available?" Yes, they're still available because we haven't put them up for sale yet. They go up for sale next Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Time. Next Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Time. Keanu Burgess says, "Killinois Hammers." Big shout out to Keanu Burgess for always tapping in. CJ Cardinal says, "How old are they?" The puppies are 12 weeks old in this footage. Russell Estevez says, "What's the difference between female 1 and female 2?" Let's see here. Uh, don't get me wrong, they're both super nice, but it ain't every day you're gonna come across a female with a headpiece like this, man. And she still's got everything else. You understand what I'm saying? She still has everything else, but don't get it twisted. Female number 2 is super, super nice as well. You know what I mean? Super, super nice. But with me, I'm going with this female all day long. Look at the head shape on this girl. Look at the side shot of her. Nice, thick female. And like I mentioned, female number 2 was literally showing out when we record these puppies. She was out there on front doing her thing. This girl really wasn't so worried about being recorded. You understand what I'm saying? So when I say the footage doesn't do this girl justice, it does not do her justice. She is way more impressive in person. The headpiece, look at her right here. This is the difference. That's the top male. That's the top male right here. Okay? The top male. Look at her head compared to the other boy, to the boy's head. Whenever they're both straight on. Look at that. When you got a female that's got a head like that, it's insane. You know what I mean? Insane. And like I said, this girl's footage just really doesn't do her that much justice as the other. That's the whole reason why I got a clip of her in with another dog, is because we were having a hard time getting good shots of this girl that really does her justice. You understand what I'm saying? But she's a solid, solid girl, man. Solid. But, female number 2 is no slouch neither. Don't get it twisted. She's no slouch neither. But this girl was performing a little bit better than female number 1, just as far as for recording. You understand what I'm saying? So this girl was a little bit easier to get recorded, that type of stuff. Keanu Burgess says, like always, fire. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Pete C says, much love, Killinois family. That's right. Killinois family in the building, man. Big shout out to Pete for tuning in, man. Big shout out to Pete. As you guys see in his profile picture, that's his boy, Pua. He's the littermate brother to our boy, Busy Bone. He's the littermate to Coco Chanel. Super, super nice boy. And we actually got to meet up with Pete when I was judging a dog show out there in in Northern California, and got to meet up with Pete. Pete just showed up just to come meet us and dipped, man, and it was good meeting him. And he told me, he's like, I'm coming for a puppy. And the very next drop, he was here and he got a dog, man. JH. Jesse says, enjoy the rest of the weekend. That's right. That's right. Big shout out to you, Jesse, for tuning in. Junior says, no, don't misunderstand me. I think your prices are very reasonable and your camp is producing some fire puppies. Okay, yeah, I'm not, I didn't take anything personal or anything like that, man. I can't remember where we were at with that, but it's no big deal, bro. I don't take anything personal. And sometimes, man, my eyes is so bad, man. I got to get some glasses so bad. Or sometimes I might misread something or something, But big shout out to all you guys, man. Let me see again. Coming up on 2 hours, man. I'll tell you what, man. Let us know, man. You guys want us to shut this down or you want it to keep going, man? Let us know in the comments section. I mean, I of course not necessarily wanted to shut it down, but I just don't like beating an unalived horse. You understand what I'm saying? That type of stuff. We've had almost 700 people in the building tonight. We got 88 likes. Whether you're going to stay in here and rock out with us or you're about to dip, make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. PC says, just got back from a bully show. Everyone admiring Pua. Tell me I should show him. I know that's right, man. I told you Pua was going to be a show dog the moment you got him, man. Super, super nice boy. You should most definitely do that, man. Most definitely. And I'll tell you what, man. Let's go to Pete's Instagram. You guys got any more questions about the puppies? Drop them right now. And if not, I'm going to go ahead and pull up Pete's Instagram so you guys can see what type of, man, Pete is one of the best Killinois family members as far as getting those dogs out in public, you know, showing off the breed and showing the breed in a really good light, man. He really, really does his thing, man. And we're gonna go ahead and get into that here in a second. Um, Junior says, I love the structure on your dogs and them correct tails. I've been away from the game for years. When I swung by a show a few years back, I didn't like what I seen. Yeah, I mean, if you're from the old school days, you might be, you know, you might feel that way, you know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is, man. A lot of that it has to do with exotics and people doing a bunch of crazy stuff with these dogs, making their own, creating their own mutants and stuff, man. So I could understand that, you know what I mean? And a lot of older people, like old people from back in the days, they feel that way. You know what I mean? They feel the same exact way. You know what I mean? See, I never left. You know what I mean? So I'm used to all this stuff now. And those dogs ain't going nowhere, man, because people, a lot of people don't want to put in the work to promote their dogs. And they use those type of dogs as something to actually, they think it'll sell themselves. You understand what I'm saying? That type of deal, man. So I understand what you're saying. Says, yo, I don't know what's up, big dog. Yo, yo, yo. What's good with you? But man, let's go ahead and you know what? Let's go ahead and ain't nobody saying nothing about these puppies no more. You know, I'm sure everybody's already got their puppy picked out, that type of stuff. And I'll tell you what, man, we've been getting so many calls on these puppies. It is unbelievable, man. This litter. There's a lot of people interested in these joints for sure. But let's go ahead and show off Pete, man. Let's show Pete some love while he's in here. He just tapped in. Said he just got back from a bully show. And oh shit. Here I am. I'll try to make that a little bit smoother. But cool. Make sure you guys give Pierre's Pua a follow over there, man. You know, I'll tell you what, man. Pete is a real, real good Killinois family member, man. As you guys can see, here he is taking Pua to go get a bath and stuff. Well, actually, it looks like they took him to the dog bath and gave him a bath himself there, which is not a bad idea. It's a lot easier that way. That type of stuff. Yeah, that's gonna be Busy Bones' brother right there. Busy Bone. And here he is right here at the pack and walk. He's out there with all look at he's got this boy out here with all these different breeds, that type of stuff. A real, real good American bully owner, man. Out here in the public producing out out here in the public you know, showing these American bullies off and being a good Killinois family member, showing these dogs off in a good light, man. And as you guys just seen, he just left a dog show. So that should really tell you. That's going to be Pete's wife there. Big shout out to her. I know sometimes, you know, I'm just saying Pete, but big shout out to Pete's whole family. His wife, his son, all that, man. And anybody else that's a part that I might not know. You know what I mean? Go. There's Pua on chill mode, man. Make sure you guys get over there and follow Pete, man. He's got 33 followers, man. Get over there and give him a follow, man. This is a Killinois family member. Like I said, there he is walking him on a long lead out there in the wilderness with him, man. And every time I see Pete, man, he's out there with that dog, man, and showing him in a good light, man. And look at the movement on that boy. Look at the movement. That boy should be in the show ring, Pete. Real talk, man. That boy is super, super nice, man. And if you're going out to them shows, you know, it ain't going to hurt to put him in there, man. You can actually pay a handler if you don't feel comfortable doing it yourself. You could pay a handler. Just walk up to the show host and say, "Hey, who are the handlers here today?" And they'll put you in tune with whoever, you know, whoever they feels like a good handler. That type of stuff. As you guys can see, man, Pete's out here being a real good ambassador of the American Bully breed with his dog. Got it out in public all the time. You know, there's his son and stuff. I'm pretty sure the dog, they ended up picking the... See, look, here's a little difference. This is when they got him, and here he is now. That type of stuff. But I'm not going to... Here he is. Look at him, watching Killinois Kennels live right there. Like I told you, man, I get these videos all the time, man, of our Killinois family members' dogs sitting there watching the lives with us, man. Big shout out to all you guys, man. Much love to the whole Killinois family, for real, for real. Alex T says crazy litter. I know that's right. That's going to be our partner. Can I join the call? I don't know, man. You can give me a call. Give me a call at 217. I'll see what you got to say here. Give me a call at 217-280-0151. With a name like that, it's got me a little weary about you, my boy. That type of stuff. I'm not trying to... Where we at? Can I join the call? Been a fan of your can. I don't even think I went over that one. Jovan says, been a fan of your camp for years. Get a few bulls of my own. Okay, that's right. That's right. Big shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, man. Well, it looks like stuff's starting to die down in here, man. We got 46 people in the building, 93 likes, man. Big shout out to you guys for tuning in. You know, I will be going live again. I'm probably going to go live this Wednesday. I'm going to bring our Killinois family member, Matt, on. And I'm going to bring our Killinois family member, Matt, on. Kind of talk about a few things. And then, you know, I'll have some more topics, that type of stuff. This main reason of this live was to get on here, answer any questions people's got about the puppies and all that type of stuff. But like I said, I'm going to go live probably Wednesday, and then we'll also do another live. We'll also do another live. We'll also do another live next Saturday, the night before the drop. You know, I'll probably do it maybe around 5 p.m., maybe 6 p.m., something. Probably about 5 p.m. I want to start that a little bit early next weekend. That way, if anybody needs to make any last minute moves and that type of stuff, I might even go earlier, you know, that type of stuff. But, you know, here soon we'll start doing, you know, I'm going to start doing more consistent lives and stuff like that. You know, we'll start bringing people on the lives a little bit more often. It looks like I'm going to have to outsource it because none of the Killinois members have enough kahunas to get on the live with me. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. But it looks like I'm going to have to start hollering at some other people to get them on here, man. I really wanted to hold out for the Killinois members. You know, when you guys see these videos, man, call these Killinois members out. Tell them, we want to see y'all on that live. You know what I mean? But we are going to make a more scheduled live stream type of things. Like maybe do like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Sundays. You know, I got to try to figure out a way to get more content going, man, because this long version content that we do all the time, it's kind of hard to get out multiple videos a week, that type of stuff. So that's why I want to do the lives. I'll record the lives and try to chop out some videos of it, that type of stuff. But, you know, I got to stay more consistent on this because I take big breaks and I'll be gone for like 2 weeks. And then it kind of gets a little hard to get back in the move of things. You know what I mean? That type of deal. But big shout out to all you guys. What's this guy? Bro, I wouldn't even know how to shout you out, my boy. Your name is crazy long and I have no idea. But yeah, man, we're going to go ahead and shut this down. If you guys got anything else you want to shout out real quick, let it be known in the comment section. And if not, we'll talk to you guys soon. Atomic CJ says, hey there, Dayton. Litter I wish my breeder was like you. My boy CJ is now 3, and I wish to have at least 1 litter off him, but got no help from this breeder at all. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that, you know. And as he's stating, you know what I mean? Anybody that picks up a dog from us, we give them a lifetime of support. Anytime you guys call me, I pick up your phone. If you need any help with anything whatsoever, you know, just buying a dog from us. You don't just get a dog from us and we just tell you, have a good life. You know, we give you support on how to breed your dog, on what you should breed your dog to, how to take care of your dog. My phone is always available for our Killinois family members. And for the Killinois family members that are in here, make sure you guys let them know that. You know what I mean? Let them know that that's real. You know, if you guys are Killinois family members and you guys know how I get down for you guys, let it be known in the comment section. Tone says, bring out the Killinois family members. Yeah, I mean, we literally just did that, big dog. We literally just did that. Rob716 says, thanks again, my man. Always good business. Killinois family, enjoy the holiday. Yep, no problem, big dog. Appreciate you. Another major Killinois family member right there, Rob70716. We appreciate you, big dog. Jesse says, did Matt find homes for his dogs? He sold that whole litter out in less than a week's time, bro. Every dog is already in their new home. Mike shipped them all out. He had pups go everywhere, man. He had pups going to Chicago, Texas, Pennsylvania, all over the place, man. And I'm going to have Matt come on live with me probably this Wednesday if he's available, and kind of get on there and, you know, let everybody know what's going on with that drop. But yes, he sold out that whole litter in less than a week's time, man. And big shout out to all you guys. Big shout out to all you guys that Isaiah is my name. Shout out to Isaiah. Big shout out to all the Killinois people, you know, all the people that bought a dog from our Killinois family member. We appreciate y'all. Jose Hernandez says, salute from Arizona. Appreciate you, big dog. Tone says, my bad, bro. Been busy as hell. Missed a lot. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, just run it back, bro. Once it shuts down, you could just, rewind it, watch it all. We went over a lot of Killinois family members' dogs tonight, for sure. Jesse says, good for him. Matt seemed like a good dude. Yeah, Matt most definitely is a good dude. And again, we're going to let him get on here and let you guys know exactly what happened. And, you know, I was going to try to work it out for today, man, but I didn't want to hit him last minute and just expect him to drop everything that he had going on this weekend, that type of stuff, man. But, you know, that's it, man. Big shout out to all you guys, man. Shout out to the Killinois family, man. Shout out to the whole Killinois family, all the Killinois members, and shout out to our new upcoming Killinois family members that's going to be reaching out next weekend, next Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Time to pick up one of these pups. You know, big shout out to all you guys. But let's go ahead and shut this down the right way, man. And appreciate you guys for tuning in. Real talk. Y'all have a good one.